Happy Halloween, everyone. Welcome to the Northern Kentucky Spotlight podcast presented by CVG. I'm your host, Sarah Brookbank. Unfortunately, we do not have a spooky episode of the podcast for you, but we do have two great guests, so I hope you will take that as consolation. Tony Tyaby, owner of Aspire and Glow, a unique boutique in Crescent Springs, joins us to talk about his business and the importance of small businesses in the community. On NKY at Work, Nancy Spivey is joined by Rusty Martis, coordinator of the Veterans Resource Center at Northern Kentucky University. He talks about all the resources NKU has to offer veteran students and employers looking to hire veterans and military-affiliated students. Thank you to our podcast sponsors, our title sponsor, CVG, our digital sponsor, C-Crew Consulting, and our episode sponsor, Haran. If you are a human resource professional, the event that I'm about to highlight is a great one for you. On Wednesday, November 9th, we will be hosting the HR Strategic Six-Pack in partnership with the NKY Society for Human Resource Management. Attendees will be able to earn 6 strategic SHRM credits and hear from several renowned professionals during 6 sessions covering relevant topics such as using data to understand employees, boundaries in the workplace, benefit strategies for employee retention and diversity, equity, and inclusion. Register now for this event at nkychamber.com or nkychamber.com/strategic six-pack. This is a really great one. Like I said, for HR professionals, we encourage you to sign up and attend this great event. Now let's go meet our members of the week and hear from our sponsors, and we will be right back with your guests.
CVG Airport is the lowest fare airport in the tri-state region with 54 nonstop flights and direct international service to 7 destinations, including Paris, France, and now home to both DHL's and Amazon's global cargo hubs. The airport is furthering its position as leader in aviation and is deeply committed to being an economic driver for the community. You can learn more and start your next adventure at cvgairport.com.
Ranking on Google Search and Maps is easy to understand, but hard to do. It requires constant effort and attention, uploading new photos, responding to Google reviews, writing weekly posts, and checking suggested updates. Google listing optimization takes experience and time, and there are no shortcuts. C-Crew gives your Google My Business account the steady, consistent attention it needs to be effective, optimizing, updating, and expanding critical content every single week. From local retail stores to large regional networks, C-Crew generates content, establishes benchmarks, and creates dramatic, measurable increases in engagement. So what can C-Crew do for your business? More calls, more clicks, more clients.
Capital Tactics values and respects the intellectual and financial capital you bring to your business and partner with growth-minded organizations to address organizational and financial opportunities. 160 Driving Academy is a truck driving school that serves students across the USA and helps prepare students for their CDL exams. Metamorph is an integrative aesthetic medicine practice that focuses on a holistic approach to aesthetic wellness and treating the signs of aging. Originally opened in 2001, Newport on the Levee is a multi-level, mixed-use destination nestled along an 11-mile pedestrian trail running parallel to the Northern Kentucky riverfront. Hope Behavioral Health LLC provides many types of mental health therapy, including individual, family, couples, and group therapy. Hi, everyone. I am joined by Tony Tyaby. He is the owner of Aspire and Glow, a really cool boutique shop in Crescent Springs. Tony, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about Aspire and Glow. You guys opened April 2022, so you guys are a fairly new business.
Yes, I opened up officially on April 14th, 2022. And there was a lot of thought that went into an Aspire and Glow before I opened. And I want to do something for the community. One of the first things that I realized 2 years ago that Kenton County literally did not have a retail clothing accessory gift item store by itself, at least as a self-employed businesses or small businesses. Beside that, and that thing, I wanted to change the dynamics. And I realized that pandemic, though many people went through a lot of different challenges, I took that as a positive step to bring change in a community where it becomes easier for a number of reasons. That I had that business in Crescent Springs, basically close to Villa Hills, Crescent Spring, Fort Mitchell, Independent. This all connected cities, and there's not been a store. And I thought maybe the children, the parents, if they have difficulty to send the children to Burlington, Florence, because the entire shopping plaza is there. And also, I realized why nobody wants to open a retail store here. It makes sense, but I want to take that challenge and hopefully, I get the support in doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. You have built outside of those standards, like a mall or a shopping center where people would
Mhm.
typically go. You're in a really great location there, right off Buttermilk Pike.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about what all you guys offer. I know you guys have a wide range of products.
Yes, it's true. And the first thing, before I get into the Aspiring Glow, the name itself took me 2 years to put it. Aspire is called inspiration to dream. So I want to get the American dream back. I'm an immigrant, but I lived here. I love this town so much. So that was my first decision to do that. And the glow was because the young generation, they need to, come up and something I wanted to attract them, something they can go to, something they can feel comfort, something they can experience. So I didn't want, it was not just a retail store of products, but I have an experience that I catered in my store. So I expanded I want to make it very colorful, very vibrant. That's where Aspire Glow was formed. And the logo by itself is a horseshoe, Kentucky State, and I made it very colorful. My children and my wife were involved in creating the entire thing. What I offer was I've done this store of something called a multi-theme. It is one of the things which no stores across, I think hundreds of miles have come across. So it's not something that you go in and you think, okay, what you're going in for a particular thing, a product line. I want to make it as a family store, but at the same time for every age group. And on top of that, I want to make it a very unique. Every style of clothing, every accessories, every gift items can be from body jewelry, funky jewelries, bohemian, tie dye, and and there are many different kind of purses and handbags and very unique selection. And I thought, let me get that thing in and make it available for everyone and make
Yeah.
it affordable.
Yeah, that is awesome. I've seen the pictures of your store on Facebook and on your social media. You guys have such a wide range of things to offer. I think that's really incredible. And you touched on you want to make it an experience for everyone. How do you guys do that in your stores?
Yeah. So one of the thing I'm very I'm a very people person, but I'm also very that's something in me built in, compassionate, being part of the society, and all that. So whenever anyone comes, by default, I connect with people. I do a little bit tour inside. Mini tour has become very successful, where customers have never experienced that before. And by saying that, you can go to my social media on the Facebook. There are a lot of customers. They actually personally talked about it, so I feel very good about it. So when they come in, it's not just the sales or discounts or affordability, but I talk to them where I'm getting from, which countries I'm manufacturing. That's one of the things. There are hoodies and T-shirts from classic rock music to animes to hats and all. They were all made in the United States. But in this country, you can make things and very affordable, and then that's what I'm approaching. Then I have places when I tell them where I'm making like international, they get really surprised, like from India, from Nepal, from Himalaya mountain region, from Bangkok, Thailand, Philippines, Mexico, Guatemala, a wide range, and they feel, wow, this is incredible. So I make them. I also have chairs for senior people. They can come. I offer them water. And the children who come there, they get free gifts, no question asked. If the parents don't purchase anything, there's something I offer them all the time and make sure they're in very comfort position.
It's like you're building a community within your store.
True.
And I know community is so important to you. That's something that we talked about briefly before the interview started. You said that you wanted to bring something to the community. And as a small business owner, small businesses play such a role in the community. So talk a little bit about what you're trying to build and that idea of community building.
Yeah, so one of the first thing that I want to take care of the young generations, and I realized everything, as you know, in short, it's not going for every parent the way it's supposed to be. And I thought, like, if I need to do something very positive impact, and starts from the business itself, how I relate to them. The first thing I started was with the schools. I got involved in schools sponsorship, like Beechwood School. There, one of the largest event in Kentucky State was this, I think, a month or 2 months ago, was on the music festival all over Kentucky. All the high schools got together. I was the main sponsor for that. It was a huge event for that. Then I got sponsorship in Catholic School from Covington. They just did. I just did 2 weeks ago. I sponsored the entire yearbook for them, and took the whole page for that, so that it can help them in that. Then I've been also involved in the churches, two churches. One is a Catholic school. I mean, they came to me, and I said, okay, I'll do that in the magazines. I've done another school in. It's not part of the our area, but it's another place where I go to. And then I've been involved in the event of Crescent Spring, the biggest music festival that took last month. I sponsored that event as well, and I'm continuing to do so. And I was also in the Eastern Kentucky flood. I was the main person. I gave every source from my business, not from the customers. Every dollar they spent, I gave 7% towards that. I did for a couple of months for that itself, and and of course I'm involved in small things here and there where I can impact and make sure making very affordable. If somebody doesn't, if any parents come, the children they need something, I also give out. I've done a lot of for the other school, Dixie High School. They came forward. They asked me if I can donate something. They're having events coming up in November and December. So I gave gift certificates, a number of them. Then there was another charitable organization. Two of them they came. I don't recall the names. I did that as well.
Yeah. So why is this so important to you to do this and give back and be involved in the community?
I think we all, as a human being, we need to. We're not human. We're not creatures. We are human beings. That's the difference, and we have to stand for each other. We have to be there for each other. If you need the next generation to be together, all the schools, it's not the schools they hold intact. We need to take step, and I realize the business is not doing that. I mean, by default, or many small businesses are even involved, and maybe they are, but I don't see them personally.
Yeah.
There's no names here. I say big businesses are not involved. I just see a couple of numbers there. The corporate level, they might do here and there. But I thought as a self-employed, we need to get, because United States, if you look in 60s and 40s, I'm a very historical person, so I believe in that. I learned from that thing that needs to come back again.
Yeah.
What self-employed businesses, our forefathers or who are here, they had a beautiful life. Everybody is involved in communities. That thing was gone. So I thought somebody had to take a step. And I said, okay, let me be the first person and move forward with that. And I think we can get back our American way of life, connect our families together. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that is so cool to hear, especially as a small business owner. Obviously, community is so important. So what's something, obviously, outside of people coming in and seeing the store and purchasing from you, what are ways that you would encourage the community to get involved with you all and start doing things like that themselves?
Oh, yes, it is very crucial. That's what it's, it's something that everybody they know there's another person who's taking the step. Somebody will come up tomorrow and they say, you know what, I think we should also be part of what this person is doing. And I think we would love to be part of that community and inspire and do something. And I think from there, we all can grow towards it. And people from outside, I do get customers. And they're not customers, but they saw in fact, they saw the logo. They were really amazed. They said, we can't believe, this is so powerful, very beautiful. Maybe some of these product lines are not for us, but this is something we have learned, we have heard from other people that you have been inspiring. And I hope we can tell others to come and, have this kind of small business coming in and be impactful.
Yeah. And that's one of the things too, we oftentimes, a lot of people, when you're out shopping, I know Target is one of my favorite places to go when I'm just like, I need to run in, I need to grab something for a birthday or something like that. Can you touch a little bit about small businesses and kind of talking about what people in the community can do to kind of support small businesses at large. Like, what do community members need to be mindful of?
It starts from your own back and your backyard. So in order for the community to grow, in order for anything to be, I don't know if it's the right term, funded for the towns or something, it has to step from the back to step, and it starts from the self-employed businesses and purchase the same products, or maybe it might be a little bit different, but you can have from the local store.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think that's where it starts from. And I think they should be aware. They should at least come and see what he or she who's running the business, what are they doing? Find out why they are here. And at this point of time, there's no self-employed business cannot even start because it's such a high risk. So I think if the community starts doing that, they are aware that he or she is taking such a big responsibility. The least we can do is start supporting so that we can grow and impact, and maybe we can have multiple stores like this. Even they might come. You know what? I think now it's a time that even we can take a step because communities are ready to help us and locally buy from us so that we can also grow.
Yeah, that is really great. And one of the things I do want to talk about, especially as we get into this like holiday purchasing season, there are so many people I know that are thinking about the holidays coming up here in just a few short months. I mean, it feels like it's December outside right now.
Right.
So what can people expect, or what are you offering to people ahead of the holidays that people need to know about? Because you are a retail business that you guys will be selling products. What can people expect when they come to visit you?
Oh yeah, I mean, from other than the sales, like I have offers from 20% to 50%. Every it's basically it's also you buy one, second one is half the price, and I also give a little bit like a gift kind of thing, a free gift wrapped along with that if they have a purchase of $20, $35, $50, $100. I have packages for that where everybody gets everything because there are families who can't afford, and maybe there is something they buy purchase, let's say for $10, and they go empty-handed. So what I made sure that everybody who comes in any level of purchase, there's something they can pick up from the store.
Yeah.
Either I give them a free gift of, let's say if they purchase for $2 or $10, I give at least, even if there's no percentage discount, I'll at least offer them, you know what, you can pick up anything from there in the store for $3. Free. You pick up anything. Or if they do a $20 purchase, it's a $5, it's like a voucher.
Yeah.
Things like that.
That is very cool. It's very unique, and that's something that you get to do as a small business owner to really, give back to the people that are doing business with you.
There is something else I want to add. There is, if you want to see that, it's on my card. One of the things that I did, the most unique thing is in my business card, which I've not come across in my 30 years career, any businesses, it's at the back. What I've done is I created a value for the business card. Because what happens with the business card as a human being, if I go somewhere and you offer me a business card of your own business, then what happens is, yes, I remember your business, but tomorrow what will happen? Either I'll keep it in my wallet, or I'll just keep it away somewhere, or I'll just throw it away. That's a human tendency. What I'm going to do with that? There's no value after that. What I wanted to do was I want to create a value. So I put a percentage here. This is not a point system. When we go to a certain place, big places,
you get like a whole punch card.
You get a punch card, or you have a reward system. You spend 100 points, 1,000 points, and you get $1 off, $2 off. It means you keep on going and you're getting $1, $2. There are places here, So what I'm doing instinctively. Every person who comes, all they have to do is show me the card. Hey, Tony, here's your business card. Yeah, that's it. There, I don't have to turn around and look. There's a 5%. So if they spend $10, they still get $1. They spend $20, they have the person. The higher they go, it's always their value, and they feel respectful. And also it gives me my card is actually in the wallet for the rest of their life. And they're valuing my business, my name. So now they will not throw it away. Even if they come, they say, Tony, you know what? We forgot. I mean, I do get customers. Tony, I forgot my card, but I have a card. Can I get a discount? I give them. It's not because it's just I created some kind of relationship. And you know what? I value.
Yeah, That's really cool. You mentioned that you get a lot of return customers
Yes.
into your business, which I think is so much fun that you're building this experience for people in the community. They come to the store and they love it and they come
Yeah.
back. So what is something that you would say to people that are watching this podcast who maybe haven't come into the store? What was something that you could, if you want to reach out to them, what would you say?
I would like you to come and check this experience because it's a multi-theme store which has not been done across maybe in tri-state. It's a family store. It's from small children to adults, until seniors. It is very vibrant and very colorful. And I want you to spend some time, take a mini tour and see what it has to offer. And the main thing is very affordable. That's something that I want to do because today, everything with the pandemic thing that skyrocketed a lot of, our clothing line, our gift items. I think this is the best time because we're coming into the holiday season, Christmas, New Year, and it can be for many occasions. And that's the reason I reached out to direct companies across, not just United States, across the world, so that I can get direct, so I don't have anybody middle people. That money I put it so low so that people can they can afford to, instead of getting for one person, now they can reach out to five people they can give with that kind of value and very high quality. Just come down, see what it is, and experience yourself. And if you, even if you go out with just a thought, please give a feedback. If there is some changes I need to make, I'm ready to accept that. Thank you.
Yeah. And then is there anything else before I let you go? It's been so great to talk with you about your business. Is there anything else you want to share about Aspire and Glow and your guys' mission?
The mission is, yes, I want to give. I want to be involved in a lot of causes. That's my key base, and I would like to be involved in not just in the business. If there are people who are in their own fields of any businesses or any part of life, if they would like me to be part of their culture or want to do something for our society or our backyard in Fort Mitchell, Crescent Springs, or anywhere in Kenton County, I'm willing to come up with ideas, and I want to, if they want to talk about how we can come together and do something about it. And that's my core. I want to really be involved.
Yeah.
And I need that opportunity, and it can only come because Aspire and Glow is my stepping stone. That's where I can network. That's where I can meet people from a different background. That's the key.
All right. Well, Tony, thank you again so much for your time today. It was great talking.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much for having me.
Hi, I'm Nancy Spivey, Vice President of Talent Strategies for the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce. Today on our NKY at Work podcast, we have guest Rusty Martis. Rusty, tell us who you're with.
Well, I'm with North Kentucky University's Veteran Resource Station. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to you guys today.
So for those of us who don't know what the resource station is, can you tell us a little bit about what that does?
Absolutely. Let's love to share that information out there to the network, right? So our primary mission is to support our North Kentucky University students. But we focus on not only their college success, but career success and life success as well. However, a lot of people don't understand that we also have a secondary mission, and that's to support the greater community, military affiliate veterans in general. So anything they may need, we can support and help if it's either through a direct connect or perfect services right in our office.
Okay, good to know. So as an employer, we are a membership-based employer community. Help me understand or direct employers to what they can do to help ease the transition for veterans.
Well, that's a lot. So there's a lot you can do. So I'll start by saying one of the easiest ways to support military affiliated veterans throughout the community is go to our website, veterans.nku.edu. We got a Get Involved tab. Click on that Get Involved tab, and you can send jobs to me, and I'll share that through our veteran students that are getting ready to graduate, or will be looking for a job, or if it's part-time work or anything else is out there. In addition, we can provide services as far as training to the human resource personnel, recruiters, anybody that might come in contact with military affiliate veterans. And I probably should say what a military affiliate is, because a lot of people don't understand. So military affiliate or military connected, like a lot of people discuss, is really anything that's incorporated with the military. So we're talking Guard, Reserve, active duty, spouses, dependents, and veterans as well. So it's just the whole community is wrapped up into those services.
Okay, now this is a question I had on my mind is I don't really think about the university when I think about veterans. And so I know there's a student population. Help me understand, like, who are the students that are veterans or military, or who are the ones at NKU?
Yeah, well, I'll just throw some numbers out there for you. Okay, so according to Veterans Affairs, we have 476 veteran students, to include 102 dependents, plus we have 31 active duty members and also 51 Kentucky National Guard members. But we also, like I said, those are ones that actually use the benefits. So a misconception is that every military member is going to have free education when they get out of the service. Sort of true if you're active duty, you've been in for a significant amount of time, and you didn't have dishonorable discharge. There's a good opportunity to go to school. In fact, we know that according to the VA, about 75% of them that leave the military will choose to go to school first, because they'll get those education benefits. But there's also a whole bunch of people that don't get any benefits. Prime example is Reserve members and Guard members that are no longer serving. So if they didn't have what they call Title 10 or federal active duty time, they may not qualify for some of those educational benefits. So we help them, and we're actually launching a campaign in October. It's called an Impact Campaign. It's kind of like a crowdfunding campaign to provide additional resources for those members that don't get benefits, and for those that might need it. And I don't want to run off on a story, but I'm going to tell you a quick one real quick, if you don't care.
Nope.
So prime example, a couple weeks ago, beginning of the semester, we had a Vietnam veteran come into the office. Vietnam veteran did not get any benefits. So he did qualify for what we have as a Donovan Scholarship. That's for over the age of 65, you can go to school at a state university. And he was in his last semester of school, getting ready to graduate.
Wow.
All right. He was scheduled to have open heart surgery. He canceled his open heart surgery because he said, I don't want to die on the table. Right? I want that degree. I want to be buried with my degree. I'd rather get my degree first. However, he couldn't afford his books.
Oh, wow.
So it came in. Unfortunately, we don't have an opportunity to have a scholarship for them at this point. We're working towards that. We were able to fix it. We already gave him his books. So we hope, hopefully we'll do a success story here at the end of the month. But that's just one avenue that we can help and that the community can support as well. There's another way I'll throw out there real quick too. And like I said, if you get in that Get Involved tab, you can send those job links to me, those opportunities to me, and I'll get that out to the military affiliated veteran students. However, you can also reach all students if you go to our career services page and click on Handshake, and you can upload all your information to jobs, and that goes to the entire student community.
Entire university.
Absolutely.
Great. And one thing that I did understand and read about was that NKU is considered a gold standard. You received some type of award for your military connections. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Love to, and thank you for mentioning that, right?
Yeah, sure.
So we go through a pretty intensive and opportunity, I'll say, survey and some other activities that we have to put together and put forth. And we were recognized recently as the top 10% in the nation for military affiliated veteran students. So we are considered a gold standard school for that. So pretty cool.
Again, another reason why Northern Kentucky is a great place. So.
Absolutely. So a couple of things that I will throw out there. So is we offer, and we actually partnered with the Chamber of Commerce last year, but we do a strategies to hire, attract, and retain veterans in the workforce. So again, happy to go out to any organization that wants to get their human resources personnel trained, their recruiters trained, managers trained, anybody that might be associated with military affiliate or veterans in their work site, and teach them some key aspects to, again, attract, hire, and retain. because we know through several surveys, one of them being Hiring Our Heroes survey that was completed several years ago, that found that 40-some% up to 80-some% will leave the work site within 2 years from leaving the military. Most of the time that is done because of the type of culture that they move into. So I'm going to give you a personal story. So transition, we know, is very difficult. Missiontransition.org said that 76% of all veterans, when they get out of the military, will struggle and find it more stressful. So how can the work site help them to properly transition into that work site? And if they do that, they can keep them for the long term. So setting up an environment that is conducive to them is one way we can do that. We can also come out and do a veteran resource station, or a fair. So if you have military affiliate veterans in your work site, we're happy to come out. Maybe we'll bring some friends with us, like the DAV, Veterans Affairs, some other veteran service organizations that can support the veterans that are there. Because ultimately what we want to do is make sure that they are successfully transitioned and that they're successful in their career.
Great.
Exactly.
Tell me about the DoD Skill Bridge program.
Yes, so a lot of folks aren't familiar with the DoD Skill Bridge, and it's primarily because it's a fairly new program. It's only been in operation the last 2 years, but all the branches of services are involved now. So the DoD Skill Bridge basically provides retiring and transition service members the opportunity to participate in industry training programs about transitioning out of the military careers. What's key for the organizations and the businesses that want to get into the DoD Skill Bridge, it's kind of like an internship. So basically the last 6 months of their service time, they can go intern at one of the companies or organizations and see if it's a good fit, right? And you talk about a very popular and successful transition out of the military, because job's huge, right? Having a career is huge once you get out. And I told you I was going to tell you a personal story, and I skipped right over it. But when I got out, I retired in 2014. When I was in the military, I was in charge of millions of dollars of equipment, had hundreds of people. I thought, man, these people are going to want me and I'm going to be good to go. Wasn't the case at all. I submitted 77 applications, got 5 interviews, took 3, and got offered $33,500. I was making over $80,000 in the military. And you talk about hitting you in the heart and the mind. That was a rough time.
Sure.
So, but we could help them through that, right? We help them properly transition. DoD Skill Bridge is an excellent way to do that. And the great thing about it, the Department of Defense pays those 6 months, so you have no income that you have to pay for them. And if they're a good fit, you can offer them a job at the end. If they're not, that's okay too.
So again, it's like an internship program, but it's paid by the government, correct?
Absolutely.
Which is wonderful and a great way to transition individuals that have exited military service and are looking to get into their next career.
It's a great program for it, and like I said, it is getting very, very popular. We want to be the leader in Northern Kentucky for the state, right? So if anybody is interested in learning more, they can reach out to me directly, and I will get you in contact with the state representative that's helping work through that. We're doing some other cool things too that we'll talk about at a later time that we might be able to do even more.
Good.
But
We're
also,
going to have him back.
but also, I just want to end on this and let you know that if there's anybody out there that needs a resource or a connection, if you're looking to get into college, obviously we can help with that, right? If you're looking at careers, but anytime, lifetime, military affiliate or veteran services, you can reach out to us. There's a couple of different ways to do that. You can give us a call at 859-572-7867. You can email me at Martis R2, that's Mike Alpha Romeo Delta India Sierra Romeo 2 at NKU.edu, or you can go to our website, right? That we are partnered with the Triad and North Kentucky Chamber of Commerce at www.livehere.northernkentuckyusa.com veterans. We don't hide resources. If you go to my website, veterans.nku.edu, or this website, click on the resources tab. There's a plethora of resources out there. Click on the connect tab. That's an email directly to our office, and we'll be able to support and help you in anything that you're trying to get accomplished from a military affiliate and veteran standpoint.
Again, appreciate Rusty being here today, and I'm sure we'll have you back.
I love it. Thank you.
Take care.
Hi, I'm Shannon Schumacher, Account Executive, Kentucky Market Leader. At Haran, we champion bold innovation to help employers and individuals thrive. As an industry thought leader, we explore new horizons in healthcare, benefits, employee engagement, and wellness. We work harder to deliver all the strategic benefits, planning, and execution you expect from a true partner. And we do it with laser focus on your short and long-term outcomes to help manage your benefits while improving your employee experience.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to join us on the podcast. Hope you enjoyed hearing from our guests, Tony and Rusty. Please remember to register for the HR Strategic Six Pack on Wednesday, November 9th. You can register for that really great event at nkychamber.com/events or nkychamber.com/strategic six pack. Thank you again to our podcast sponsors, CVG, Secret Consulting, and Haran. Finally, if you are a member who would like to be featured on the podcast, or if you're interested in becoming a member of the Chamber of Commerce, please reach out to Lynn Ablin. And if you're interested in sharing your workforce strategies and resources on NKY at Work, please reach out to Nancy Spivey. You can find that information on the screen in front of you if you are one of our watchers, or if you are a listener, you can find that information on our staff directory at nkychamber.com. Happy Halloween once again. I hope you guys enjoy your trick-or-treaters if you are listening today on Monday. If not, thanks again for joining, and I'll talk to you next week.